Good morning, everyone. In the next topic, in making independent India's constitution, today topic is explains of critiquings in constitution debates. Examples of critiquings in constitution debates. There are many criticisms in Indian constitution. Many people were criticized in different topics in constitution of India. So Maulana Hasrat Mohani, he was point out that our Indian constitution is to be just looking like a similar copy of 1935 Act. So during the British period in 1935, the Britishers passed the Government of India Act 1935. That is the constitution, mini constitution was made by the Britishers. So, but after independence, we made a new constitution for our country. So the Maulana Hasrat Mohani, he was pointed out that we should not made many new things in our constitution. We have just our Indian constitution in draft constitution just looking like a similar copy of 1935 Act. Like that, he was criticized about our constitution. So Damodar Swarup Seth. So another person, the Damodar Swarup Seth. He was a socialist. He was argued that he was point out that our Indian constitution was not adopted new ideas of more recent constitutions, just like Soviet Union. Damodar Swarup Seth, a socialist, he was argued that our Indian constitution was not adopted new ideas of more recent constitutions, just like Soviet Union, and also he was criticized that Indian Constitutional Assembly was not elected, was not made by the universal adult franchise. So he was also criticized that our Indian Constitution Assembly members were not elected by the universal adult franchise, and he was prescribed that our Union Republic should be a union of small autonomous republics. That would be preferred. So he was said that Union of Republic, our Union of Republic should be a union of small autonomous republics. Autonomous republics would be the preferred, that is better for our country. So he was also criticized that our Indian constitution, drafting constitution, was ignored the importance of villages, ignored the importance of the villages or rural areas. He was criticized, and he also expressed his views to give more importance. So decentralization of powers in India, that is better to get justice to all the people in India. Our union was formed. So that is not required. More centralization. Decentralization decentralization is essential in India. It was argued like that. So there is no much centralization of powers. There is no need to require much centralization of powers in India. So he was gave his suggestions like that. and also he was preferred that. So our country, our India should be safeguard against totalitarianism and fascist ideas by the decentralization. Centralization was good thing. Centralization is good thing, but our Gandhiji was told that Gandhiji told that the too much of centralization leads to the totalitarianism. Totalitarianism leads to the fascistic ideas. Fascistic ideology developed the totalitarianism developed the fascistic ideologies. It is danger to our country. So we need to safeguard our country against totalitarianism and fascistic ideas. It is possible by the decentralization of powers. Decentralization of powers, like the Swarup, the Dr. Swarup Seth, Damodar Swarup Seth, Damodar Swarup Seth was expressed his views about the constitution, our constitution in Indian constitution. So these are the examples of critiquing in Constitutional Assembly debates. So we are going to another topic, that is examples of debate on fundamental rights. Examples of debate on fundamental rights. When we want equality in the society, when we want the justice to all the people in the society, we need to abolish the practice of untouchability. We need to abolish the practice of untouchability. When we want to equality, when we want to the justice to all the people, we need to abolish the untouchability in the society. So the untouchability in the society in different ways in our society. So it should be in any form. The practice of untouchability in any form is considered to be as a crime. So we should make a particular acts which were helpful to abolish the untouchability in the society. So different people in the Constitutional Assembly, they are expressed their views, and they gave the importance to abolish the practice of untouchability. The Mr. Pramodar Ranjan Tagore, so he was gave his sessions. I wish to refer the clause 6 regarding untouchability. I wish to refer clause 6 regarding untouchability. Untouchability in any form is considered to be as a crime, offense or crime. I do not understand how do we remove or abolish the untouchability without abolishing the caste system. So Pramodar Ranjan Tagore, he was expressed his views, and I wish to refer the clause 6 about the untouchability. He was said that untouchability is considered to be as a crime, and also he expressed his views that I cannot understand how do we abolish the untouchability without removing the caste system. So these two are interlinked. So untouchability and caste system, these two are interlinked with each other. We must be abolish the caste system, then only it is possible to remove the untouchability in the society. So untouchability is the symptom of disease. Untouchability is the symptom of disease, namely in the caste system. He was said that untouchability is a symptom of disease. In the society, namely in the caste system in the society, namely in the caste system in the society. So like he was expressed his views, and he finally told that caste system is not good for the society. So caste system must be abolished. Then it is possible to abolish the untouchability in the society. So S.C. Banerjee, so another person in the Constitutional Assembly, was expressed his views about the untouchability. So S.C. Banerjee, the word untouchability actually required specific clarification or uh, a definition. S.C. Banerjee, so the word untouchability actually required a specific clarification or a definition. So since 25 years we are using the word untouchability, but there is no specific definition, clarification about the untouchability. There is a lot of confusion. So what is the meaning of untouchability? There is the lot of confusion. What is the meaning of untouchability? So there is need the specific clarification or the definition for the untouchability. So sometimes in different places we are using in different ways about the for the ways in untouchability. So different places we are treated the untouchability in different ways. So for example, sometimes taking a glass of water is considered to be as a untouchability. Sometimes the taking a glass of water is considered to be untouchability sometimes. So Harijans, so sometimes admissions of Harijans into the temple is considered to be as untouchability. Sometimes admissions of Harijans into the temple considered to be as untouchability. Sometimes intercaste dinner, sometimes intercaste marriages, sometimes intercaste dinners, sometimes intercaste marriages are considered to be as untouchable. So the word untouchability actually in different occasions used in different meanings. So there is the need a specific clarification about the untouchability. So like that, the S.C. Banerjee was said about the untouchability. So Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary. So Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary, he is also expressed his views. So untouchability means any act committed, exercise of discrimination on the grounds of religion, caste, or lawful location of life is considered to be as untouchability. So Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary, untouchability means any act committed in exercise of discrimination on the grounds of religion, caste, the lawful location of life is considered to be as a untouchability. So like he was expressly used Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary. So Mr. K. M. Munshi, another intellectual, so he was expressly used Mr. K. M. Munshi. He said that I opposed this amendment which was made by the Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary. I opposed this amendment which was made by the Rohini Kumar Chaudhary. The definition was accepted. If the definition was accepted, it will make any discrimination even on the grounds of place, birth, caste, or even in the sex is also come under the untouchability. So Mr. K. M. Munshi, I opposed this amendment of Sri Rohini Kumar Chaudhary which was prescribed. So if we accepted the definition we have accepted, then it will make any discrimination. It will make any discrimination even on the ground of place, birth, caste, even on the sex. is also come under the untouchability. So it is very difficult that implementation of that particular definition. So like that he was argued. So another one, Mr. Dhirendranath Datta. Dhirendranath Datta. So Dhirendranath Datta, he was expressed his views. It is necessary that there should be an immediate definition or a clarification about the untouchability. So Dhirendranath Datta expressed that it is necessary a specific clarification or a definition put in about the untouchability. It is necessary. So it is said that untouchability in any form is considered to be as the offense. He said that untouchability in any form is considered as the offense. So they will a magistrate, for example, a magistrate or a judge dealing offenses, they will looking they need the specific clarification looking into the definition. They need a specific clarification looking into a definition. A magistrate or a judge dealing a particular offense, then they needed the clarification or a particular definition about the untouchability. So one magistrate will not consider a particular thing. One magistrate will consider. So for example, one magistrate will consider a particular thing as offense. Thing is untouchability. One magistrate was considered the particular thing to be untouchability. So another magistrate. So while another magistrate may hold a different thing to be untouchability. So like untouchability different things in different areas. In Bengal, untouchability is the thing. So that is in another regions, the untouchability is practiced into another ways. So like there is a difference between the places. They are practicing untouchability in different ways. So there is need a specific clarification through which we can give the judgments. And otherwise one magistrate will consider a particular thing to be a untouchability. So while another magistrate was considered that may hold different thing to be untouchability. So like the confusion was rises about the issue of untouchability. Then finally the Constitutional Assembly was give this issue into the state legislature. So the meaning of untouchability leave it into the state legislatures to make appropriate laws to abolish the untouchability. So state legislators are taking the particular steps and make the appropriate laws through which we can abolish the untouchability in the regions. So like they argued about the examples of debates on fundamental rights. Thank you all.